Holly, thank you very much. Now, as you can see, I've brought in some help for this next story.
Ich habe etwas Hilfe reingebracht für den nächsten Story.
Very good. There's a warning about the lack of British people being able to speak a foreign language these days.
Есть предупреждение о том, что британцы мало говорят на иностранных языках.
Wow. A new study claims it will seriously damage the UK, both economically and culturally.
Μια καινούρια έρευνα λέει ότι μπορεί να βλάψει τη Μεγάλη Βρετανία οικονομικά και στην κουλτούρα.
Very good. Thanks very much. Okay, so you can tell that my English isn't very good. It's my only language. But Alex here, my new co-presenter, speaks 11 languages, including English. We're also joined tonight by John Worne from the British Council, British Linguist Council, which is behind this research. John, how many languages do you speak?
Oh, I'm eager too. I can do you some French, a bit of Cantonese, and a bit of Spanish.
I tell you, we're embarrassed, aren't we? We're humbled to be in your presence, Alex. I mean, it's extraordinary. 11 languages. Clearly, you must love learning languages, right?
Yeah, language learning has always been a big hobby for me, and that's what's motivated me to learn so many, and hopefully to continue learning so many.
And John, the problem is there aren't enough Alexes around in this country. Is that what you're worried about?
Yes, I mean he's a model to us all in terms of getting a taste for it, giving it a try, and making some real headway.
And so, John, Alex, what do you think the secret is? Is it? I know that your mum's Greek or half Greek. So were you brought up speaking numerous languages in your house when you were younger?
I'd say till I was about 13, I had enough Greek to order an ice cream. I mean, I wasn't fluent.
So not much then?
Not really. I think the fact is that you aren't born with a special talent for learning languages. I think you develop skills that make them easier. And now that I've studied so many, I really understand how I learn best. And I have a lot of methods up my sleeve that I can put to use.
And do you think that's right, John? Because a lot of us would say, well, I'm not a linguist, I'm not naturally very good at this. Are we just being lazy, basically?
I don't think it's lazy necessarily, but I think it is confidence.
So
many people around the world speak English. On your holidays will speak English to you. I think if we can just get people to have a try, to try a few words, a few common courtesies when they go on a holiday, or pick up, if you could pick up, as Alex does, a phrase book, and start to develop in a new language, you're on the way.
I suppose the problem is, English is the #1 language around the world, isn't it? It looks like it's probably going to stay like that for a little while at least, so why bother? There's not much incentive, is there?
Well, I think the big thing that our research shows is that a lot of countries which are very important for the UK's future, English isn't so widely spoken. So if you think about China, if we think about Portuguese and Brazil, if we think about the whole sweep of countries from North Africa through the Middle East into Asia who speak Arabic, you're not going to find so many people who can help you with English there.
OK, we'll talk about that in a few minutes' time. But Alex, you're in good company, because have a look at all these very glamorous celebrities who are good linguists. Apparently, the actress Natalie Portman speaks Hebrew, French, Japanese, German and Arabic. Gary Lineker learnt Spanish and Japanese when he played overseas. Prince William, believe it or not, has taught himself Swahili, apparently. And the Hollywood star Charlize Theron can apparently speak 28 languages. It's just showing off, isn't it, really? You don't need to learn 28 languages, do you, Alex?
Well, if she wants to learn 28 languages.
But actually, you've got something in common with her, because you can both speak Afrikaans, can't you? Why is that an useful language? I know you can speak Catalan as well. I mean, do you really need to use those languages? What's the interest in learning those?
It's not about needing to use languages. I mean, I grew up in London at a time when there were a lot of South Africans living in this city, and I wanted to understand what they were saying on the tube. And for me, learning a language is a great way to access the culture.
Can you speak Mandarin?
No, not yet.
No, that's the big one that's missing, John, because you think that's the big threat, don't you, going forward?
I don't know about threat, big opportunity. It's a huge country. 800 million people speak Mandarin, so there is hope
Mandarin
for us.
in this country in 100 years' time?
In 100 years' time, I think we'll find 1% of people can today. I'd like to see that nearer 10%, if not more. So it is doable, It is learnable, and the benefits are there for life.
Alex, I would like to finish up as we started. Would you be able to tell our viewers, in a message, in a language of your own choice, why they should learn a language tonight? Can you do that? Look down the barrel of that camera. Okay. There you go. You're so good at it earlier. There you go.
We'll go back to German. Ihr solltet alle eine Sprache lernen, da es einfach Spaß macht, es nützlich ist und es euch auch viele Jobschancen gibt.
And in English?
You should all learn a language because it's fun, it's useful, and it gives you great opportunities when it comes to your jobs.
It makes you look incredibly intelligent as well, I have to say. Thank you both gentlemen for joining me tonight. Great stuff.
Thank you.
It's fair to say, as a city, Hull has never been burdened with a glittering reputation. Today, though, the place is gleaming